So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Honkai Impact. It has, or should I say Star Rail, it has been a little bit and I have not played this game really since. I've logged in a couple times for bonuses and that's about it. So yours truly may have forgotten how to play in the meantime since it's been over a week. And last time I did run into some recording issues. As a disclaimer, I didn't realize it while streaming, but it turns out over time my stream was getting desynced, the audio from the video. And it was in such a manner where you could just like line it back up and have it refit. No, it was like a progressive desync, so it didn't happen until after about the 3-hour mark, but after the 3-hour mark it just snowballed out of control. And I don't know if it's with how this game handles loading or frames or what. I have since changed a few things up. With how the game records from OBS as well as handles the audio, so hopefully they'll fix it, but I can't 100% say for sure, so we may run into some tech issues along the way. And I guess we'll deal with them as they come up. I am not used to this game, unlike Genshin. Genshin, you can only have it as the mouse and keyboard or only have it as the controller, and this has it as both. Like, you can even see, like, if I nudge my mouse, it changes at the bottom right what my skills and stuff do, whereas as soon as I touch the controller it changes it back. It's so weird. I really appreciate that it does both, but it kind of freaks me out when I go for my coffee and all of a sudden my camera moves. So let's see, what do we have for events? Oh, there's the login thing. I've still got 10 days for this, so I'm gonna claim the special pass, which I now realize is kind of like the pink summons or wishes in Genshin, while as the other ones are the blue ones. So we have a standard and a special for whatever the banners are. Supposedly, we have new character trials that we can do. I don't think too much has come out that I've missed. We're going to be updating to 1.1 very soon, so we're still sort of in the prologue. And we're only gonna just be coming out of the prologue maybe, I want to say next week. I didn't really look at the full times. I know there was a thing and I missed it, a live stream, but I don't really know what it wants of me. So is this our missions? Yeah, they are. Himeko. So that is going on with the main story. Oh, I forgot my camera's backwards in this. That's what I want them to patch in 1.1. I want them to patch my camera so that I'm not backwards, because it turns out I looked it up and yeah, the camera is actually locked in this state currently. People have requested that we fix it, but I cannot for a while. There it is. I saw this in my editing and it drove me nuts. There we go. Some research notes. Like, oh no, I missed one. I don't know if I'll be able to come back here or not. I know eventually we're gonna leave the ship, but I want to make sure that I have the collectibles. So there was places, I think, too. Which one's my map? How do I open the map again? Oop, nope. Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. Navigation. Wait, is it select? It is select. Because there was some other stuff. RB. What's RB? Right bumper to... Oh, there's our ship. I can see it. From a top-down view. So, base zone. I know there's eventually a room 2. I can't tell where I've been, like, versus where I haven't been. Because that could just be layers. There's supposed to be a room with some special stuff in it. Ooh, can I press treasure? 5 out of 6. Yeah, see how I'm missing stuff? And this zone doesn't have anything. This zone has stuff though, so I might... teleport into here, see if there's any, like, quests. There's a treasure box here. Dude standing next to it, though. Basic treasure. The fiery strong instinct rises up in you once more as you see this chest again, but you know the chest already has an owner. The desire to open it is helplessly strangled in the midst of moral pain and repression. Your hands react faster than your brain, and the moment you touch the cold surface of the chest, you pull back with difficulty. Why is this chest not yours? Why is this habitual behavior now a sin? How much of the universe is actually within your control? You're about to leave this sad place, but then you notice a researcher watching you from the side. You hold back your tears and nod politely to him, but as you turn around, he calls out to you. Hang on, are you crying just now? Yes, sir. Apparently I am. There's one over here, though. Alright.
Oh, shiny! Ooh, sparkly!
Because I want to try and find secrets, since this is more turn-based, and like I said, I don't know how leveling is going to work in this as much as it does with Genshin.
Are you still in the mood to read a book?
Your voice sounds familiar. It's getting late. You're still in the mood to read? What else is wrong with a read while on break? No, your experiment was ruined by monsters. So what? I'm in no rush. What are you in a hurry for? Don't worry about me. I'm worried about you. Okay, chests. So that one might be a no-go. We have four more chests somewhere out in the great beyond. As well as... My other thing with 1.1 is I want them to patch the collectibles to be just a little bit more noticeable. Not like a whole ton, but I literally can't tell they're collectibles until I'm right on top of them. The quickest way to stir up a pond of stagnant water is to throw in a nuclear bomb from the outside. What the Like, what's happening now? Oh, did you hear that? Don't mind me. I was just mumbling nonsense to myself. Why don't you just throw a stone? Young people. A stone can cause such a splash, but a nuclear bomb can trigger a tsunami. Those who are smart will know how to take advantage of a tsunami and climb their way up the food chain. If they aren't melted by the radiation or drowned. I am Elizabeth Watson, the trendsetter of the new era. I heard how you destroyed a scheme of Lord Ravenger. It's rare for a youngster to have such an outstanding talent, and you've earned this reward. I hope you retain the courage you showed at the moment throughout your life in the future. There's something I can't wrap my head around. You've come to the right person. I'm investigating this attack. What have you found so far? With our current relationship, I can't tell you everything I know, but I can tell you something less important. For example, some researchers from the space station could be involved in this attack. Although I haven't found any conclusive evidence yet, time will prove me right. What was the attacker's purpose? Kiddo, your question is very sharp. No structure is perfect. There's always a risk to collapse at any time. There are many reasons behind this attack. Collusion, lack of defensive power, but none of this matters. The only thing that matters is the changes brought to the space station by this attack. What are you going to do? High risk, high reward. I'm going to dig deep and find those crooks. Don't worry about me. I know very well when I should act and when I should bolt. If anything, your presence is somewhat peculiar and deliberate. I smell a conspiracy. Shush, don't interrupt my train of thought. Alright, sorry? You young people these days have no patience at all. Here's my advice for you. Learn to protect yourself when you're outside. You never know what people are thinking. Galaxy Public Service Award? What? Okay, apparently I can get stuff by talking to people, so maybe I might do more of that than people maybe anticipate, but you may not believe me, but when I first started working here, I came here specifically to take a photo with it. It? Which one? Well, the thing right in front of you. It's just a projection, though, so what? Hey, you have to understand, I'm the only one in my family to have ridden the spaceship before. It's a photo for my family. And they must be really proud of you right now. 3 out of 4 curios are missing. When will we... If it isn't the infamous, what's my name in this game? Stell? Surely you're here to volunteer in the Curio Collection Squad, inspired by the Declaration of Revival. I'm just passing by. You must be Wen Midge? I've heard good things about you. Please excuse me for this informal reception. Please allow me to introduce myself again. I am Wen Midge, head of the Herta Department of Implement Arts. I am also the Curio Collection Squad leader, in charge of establishing safe areas in the base zone. Allow me to be frank, I'm currently troubled by the lack of human resources available for the Curio Collection Squad. There are 4 zones in the space station. With our current capacity, we can only take care of 1. If the situation persists, I wonder when we'll achieve the objective we have set out for the Declaration of Revival. After calming myself down and giving it some thought, I realized that the recruitment external members may be the solution. While I was lingering on that thought, you began a conversation with me. What a pleasant coincidence. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let me know. About that, Herta Department Implement Arts? An important department within the space station. Implement Arts is, we oversee the incoming and outgoing of all our assets, including inventory checks and counts. Furthermore, we maintain close communications with Imperial Peace Corporation. For someone as well-traveled as yourself, I'm sure you've heard of our reputation. Curio Collection Squad? The Curio Collection Squad is a temporary emergency unit established by the space station to address the needs of the post-disaster revival. As the name suggests, it's mainly responsible for collecting the curios that have been displaced due to the recent monster invasion. Safe Zone. It's the very ground on which we stand, a stronghold from the space station researchers who fought back against the Antimatter Legion.
I don't believe this, but
Although the situation is generally under control, the monsters have not been completely wiped out. The safe zone is the result of our transition plan for us to take back the lost zones. I am confident all the dots will eventually be connected. No further questions. Good. For any questions you may encounter in the future, my young friend, please do not hesitate to come to me. In the future, there's much I must rely on you for. Okay. Probably gonna go down this one if I can. I wonder if monsters reset. I don't think those count as chests. Oh, 7? Wind Trotter. No, Warp Trotter. There we go. It's weak to this. Oh, did it try to run?
I've no interest in conflict.
Okay, I gotta remember how to actually play this game. This one's not weak to me, but this one is. Oh, it tells me how much it's gonna do now? It does for this one, not so much for this one. I don't know if I should do that or not. Or, because I've already locked it in, technically yes.
Let's go.
Alright. Blast to hit the sides.
Just a scratch.
You can't run.
Trotter is trying to escape. No, you don't.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an empty sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
I guess everybody go for the pig. Probably gonna mess up my rotation, but... just in case.
Make it quick.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat the pig in time.
Try that again.
Rules are made to be broken.
Dang it.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Yeah, unfortunately when my audio desynced last time, I basically had to resync in front of every single battle, and even then it wasn't like perfectly synced up. So hopefully that doesn't become a thing again.
Reach the end of the story in your own
Tindalos
way.
Piggy. I don't know what that means. Are they like the pigs in World Ends With You that drop like extra goodies if you defeat them? Oh, hey Herta. Don't mind me, I'm literally hyper-focused on, like, finding stuff. So that should make 3 more to go. If you don't have anything better to do, go test my simulated universe. Quit wandering about the station carrying a Stellaron. People will have to wipe you down everywhere if it explodes. Oh man. Wipe me down, yeah, get me off the walls. Is there strange bubbles at the space station? Oh, that's top secret. Outsiders can never know I own this thing. You must sign a non-disclosure agreement first. What's inside? I won't tell you a thing before you sign the agreement. You take the paper and pen from Herta and leave your signature. The paper is made from a bizarre material, and the ink dries up the moment it touches the paper. When you move the tip of the pen away, your heart suddenly flutters. Please bear in mind that this agreement is more than a legally binding contract. You must also abide by the law of the imaginary, which is above the social and natural laws. Not even the IPC can override it. Why didn't you say that before I signed it? That's also one of the reasons you don't just randomly sign stuff, honey. Law of the imaginary. Can I sign another agreement to nullify this non-disclosure agreement? Law of the imaginary. It's the law of the universe and the world. The only unbreakable law. Not that you have signed the agreement. You can do anything you like with the memory bubbles. Just make sure you are out of the sight of entities from the Garden of Recollection. In fact, I don't think there will be any trouble even if they catch you. Oh, what? The Garden of Recollection? It is a faction that worships the Aeon Fuli. In their opinion, the world is designed by everyone's perception, and memories are proof of the world's existence. They are willing to forgo their physical bodies for that purpose. If you ask me, the Garden of Recollection, the architects, the family, and the Antimatter Legion are all idiots. They obsessively worship their Aeons. Memory bubble. The Garden of Recollection has ways to seal memories of others. To preserve memories, they created a sentient membrane to keep the memories wrapped up in a bubble, making it easy to carry memories around. Sentiention. There we go. They have an even more advanced technology called the light cones. With that, they can capture more than just memories. It's a shame that I can never master light cone technology without the blessing of the Aeon Fuli. Those are our weapons, I think. Who are the memo keepers? They're members of the Gardens of Recollection who travel between worlds to collect precious memories. You will run into them sooner or later. I bet the memory of a Galaxy Express passenger is highly sought after by them. You could get lucky and meet civilized memo keepers, since they might use an amazing memory to exchange with yours. However, watch out for the memo snatchers, the radicals in Garden Recollection. They won't give you a heads up before stealing your memory. Can I touch the bubble now? Sure. Just touch it with your forehead. Remember to close your eyes or your head will start spinning. Okay, so I guess I have permission to poke the bubble now. Just yells at me not to explode all over her spaceship and create a red slushy of a mess. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here. If I miss stuff, I know I'm gonna yell at myself in editing later. I keep forgetting I don't have stamina. In this game, I can just run indefinitely. Either you boys want to talk? No? Okay. Okay, eyes open for treasure. Okay, I guess I already smashed it in my one go the first time. I just really hope this doesn't get desynced because, oh, that's my new concern now.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Nope, nope.
Try that again. My turn.
Let's make it.
You guys won't notice it because I fixed it as much as I could in editing, but still, it haunts me. Oop. Again, I'm used to Genshin, so I'm gonna accidentally smack a whole ton of stuff. Verification failed. Reinitiate after making verification. Please make sure you have the triple authentication verification card before you launch program. If you need help, please select. Retrieve card. Submitting request to access terminal. Please wait. Access granted. Please select sequence used to access. Beacon signal is coming from base zone. The signal is very strong within 3 other meters. Analyzing incoming visual. Success. You see a group of images at strange angles. After much thought, you become convinced that the torso in the images is a remnant of the Antimatter Legion. The camera seems to be attached to a monster's body. I already did this one, I think. I don't know if there's anything that lets me get in the door. The surveillance video you could access is extremely blurry. You can only see some bubbleboos floating downwards outside a wall-sized window. They seem to be elevated in an elevated room somewhere. Speak is coming from the master control zone. Currently synchronizing. Please wait. You see a blurry photo. It's an image of a researcher with a luscious hairstyle kneeling down and reaching towards something. I feel like these are all clues to maybe, like, get in here, but I'm stupid. So maybe it's telling me where, like, things are and I have to, like, go find them. I'm not sure. I know we've been down here once. I'm just double checking. Ooh, a bubble boo. Bubbles are floating in the air with a colorful glow gliding on their surface. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. As you approach them, a female voice that sounds familiar to Herta mumbles monotonously, "The fall of rationality." Excuse me? You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation that gently pierces through your skin, flesh, and bones, and then goes down deeper. What's deeper than my bones? Your field of vision is split by long, narrow, and cold iron bars. Based on what you feel with your fingertips, you confirm that the iron bars are part of an exquisite cage, the crown that exclusively belongs to the Philosopher King, the head of the Laurel Wreath Galaxy. You look around and realize you're in an amphitheater. You're very sure that this is the gathering place of the Parliament of the Philosopher Union. It is the center of the galaxy, the colonnade of the contemplators. The seats below the marble pillars were supposed to be filled by the mostly brilliant minds of the galaxy, but are now occupied by countless screaming steel bodies. They raise their metallic fists in the air indignantly and use electrical currents to noisily and shrilly imitate the common tongue. Eliminate all organic life forms. Destroy Aurelus. Long live Emperor. It seems the Aurelus is your name, and it matches what you remember. You are well aware of what has triggered the wrath of these silicone-based life forms, and why you have become the target of public condemnation. According to the anti-organic equation, the Philosopher Union that rules the galaxy will certainly be destroyed by the Machine Empire. It is as simple as that. They want to humiliate you, the sole representative and leader of all living beings in the galaxy. Although they have wiped out many planets in the galaxy, they are still not satisfied. They convict and punish you according to the law of philosophers, forcing you to drink the poison before you. They are happy to witness your death and the demise of organic life forms, the Philosopher Union, and rationality. You step forward and lift a golden cup that contains lethal poison. Foreign-based life forms, remember this. You hold your head high and look around. Thoughts do not fear death. Thoughts will never die. I, Aurelius, the watcher in the cage, the foolish shepherd, and the king of all philosophers, hail you all. You raise your arms. You will celebrate your victory under the gaze of the sacred colonnade and be endowed with true rationality. Your words are drowned by the maddening cacophony. You roar with laughter and down the cup of poison in one go. Okay, so they're like weird memories. Also, there's a massive amount of glare on my screen, so reading that was a tad difficult. I remember I turned him off. Maybe there was a reason for that. What was with the space anchor again? Yeah, I can increase character levels. I still don't know how I'm gonna do wishes or stuff in this game. Let's head up top, see if... Oh, there's another one. The Atonement. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry profound meaning. As you approach them, a female voice sounds familiar to Herta's The Redeeming Man. You clamber along the steep slope covered in ice. The icy gale is tirelessly assaulting all beings that dare to exist in this height like a sharp blade. Although you are wearing a full set of advanced outdoor equipment prepared by the IPC, you realize your fingers are almost broken because of the cold. You are not bothered by it, as you are very clear that this outrageous journey of redemption is about to come to an end. Those uncivilized barbarians have admonished you countless times. According to ancient laws of the United Tribes of Hithradon, any who disobeys the noblest will be ordered to redeem their sins. The wrongdoer will climb Mount Pygmalion alone and reach the peak, where they must rub a copy of the Steel's prophetic inscription. The Steels, or I'm not sure. If the wrongdoer is pardoned by the inscription, then their name will be cleared in the presence of the chiefs. Almost there. The sky is cleared up and the gale is turning into a breeze. With your teeth clenched, you try moving your hypothermia-damaged shoulder to swing the pickaxe for that one crucial move. Finally, stepping on a long-awaited ground, you realize you have reached the end point. A smile of satisfaction curls up your face without you realizing it, though it's not as wise as you would like to be because of your stiff facial muscles. Now you must need to look at the darn Stell. Steel? But there is no Stell. Instead, only a frozen, curled-up body can be seen on the vast snow landscape. The person is well-equipped, and their face is frozen due to the cold temperature. Their eyes filled with fear, cast towards howls of despair at you across millennia of time. Undoubtedly, the frozen person is you. You gasp in shock and cry soundlessly and bitterly before collapsing on the snow and ramming yourself into the abominable ice sculpture. Then the mountain robs you of your consciousness. Oh yeah, climb the top of the mountain, be forgiven. Haha, there is no forgiveness for you. Okay, there's passageway here. I'm so sleepy. Is this a so-called burnout time? I better go back to sleep. Hold on, I think I got something to do. What is it? What are you holding? Wonder medicine? Oh, a department informed me that one of the researchers had an urgent psychological issue. They sent me to have a look. What a pain in the neck. Why don't they just send a robot to fetch a tranquilizer? Rude. I've got something to ask you. Are you a doctor? I'm Joanne, a member of the medical department. My scope of work may even be more complicated than the doctor's. Don't come to me if you're not feeling well. I'm only responsible for the patients under my scope of work. I don't take care of random people I bump into. Bad at job. You look sleepy. I'm glad you noticed. Stop talking to me then. Disturbing a person who's trying to sleep is even worse than waking someone up who's already asleep. Hey, what's with that distasteful and concerned look on your face? Although I easily feel sleepily at work, I take my job very seriously. Don't think of me as some stupid doctor who would leave a hemostatic continence at her patient. That's oddly specific. You look busy. I'm glad you noticed, then leave me alone. I'm either delivering or going to deliver medicine. They should assign this job to a robot, right? You know, if your job is just to deliver the medicine, then you probably aren't as high-ranking as you pretend yourself to be. If it wasn't for the Legion's invasion, this kind of thing would have become my duty. I wish the lead researcher can fix the robot distribution system as soon as possible. I better leave you alone then. If you're not feeling well, do not ask me for me in the medical department. I'm very busy. I work in the medical department. You're literally the janitor. Oop, chest. There we go. This is what I'm looking for.
Looks good.
Ooh. Fully automated medical examination service pod at your service. Current number in line 0. Identity verification in progress. Estimating wait time 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Verification successful. The user is eligible for medical examination. Should I? Initiating medical examination system. Please breathe clearly and freely. Relax your mind and do not become nervous or anxious. Well, now I'm nervous and anxious. Examination complete. The medical examination report has been generated. Please use a special station terminal to check the report. If you have any questions about the results, please consult the researchers in the medical department. Too bad they won't talk to me. What terminal? It said please use a terminal. But I don't see one. Okay, Joanne was the only one in here I could talk to, I think. Yeah. She's kinda... How do I keep missing stuff? Come on, brain. Okay, I think I got everything in here. How are we doing for... missing one. And it could be in the possession of the dude that won't, hand it over? Maybe I need to do something in order to get him to hand the chest over. Better be careful. Shouldn't go over there. Well, not there either. According to the guide, remnants of the Legion have been spotted in these areas. So the safest way to go... Gotta go all the way around? Do you need help? Oh, no, it's fine. I can do it on my own. I just need to submit some documents. I'll be fine. I need to walk a bit further. Didn't say I didn't warn you. The station has been cleared of remnants of the Legion. Hasn't been cleared of remnants of the Legion. There's still danger lurking around every corner. For your own safety, you better not go to remote places. Got something to ask you. Why didn't you leave? Where can I find absolute safety if I leave? It's a no-brainer. The answer is, no matter where you go, no place is absolutely safe. Besides, I don't think there's any other place in the universe safer than here. At the end of the day, I stay because I don't really have a choice. How'd the invasion affect your life? In fact, I haven't had a good sleep for many days, and I always feel like a crack might suddenly appear next to me and those memory monsters will slowly emerge out of the crack. Oh, this is really terrible. I don't know how long it'll take before I can get this out of my head. What's your take on recovery construction? I remember lead researcher Asta has established the relevant departments to work with the recovery establishment of safe zones, right? However, other than looking towards the future, there's still a lot to be done. People who've lost their lives in the disaster, some of them don't even have intact nameplate left behind. Who will remember them? And who's going to mourn them? No further questions. In short, please be careful. The way things are right now, anything can happen. Life is unpredictable. Who knows when this will be the last time we meet? Okay, that's gonna be a way out. So I'm assuming maybe down in here. Doing a quick spin around just to see if it's in a corner. Left a safe zone. Didn't there used to be, like, hologram projections in here? Ooh, I can see space. Telling me, like, who people were. Found a bubble. I'm gonna keep doing that, man. Voice that sounds familiar. Pure faith. You sit upright in the center of a splendid altar. You see many people wearing white robes embroidered with golden threads, while others are standing solemnly around the altar in armor and helmets. Those monotonous murmurs fill up the empty, rocky cavern. It is apparent to you what they are doing. They are summoning them, the noble being who travels against time. They intend to treat the mysterious communication channel with steganography and craft it into a ritual prayer. Though a spiritual ritual, they weave the threads of time and attempt to trace back from the last withered leaf of the world tree to the first bud and the beginning of everything. They firmly believe that by doing so, they will get to meet a noble being, though the encounter will be brief and fleeting. You wonder whether some of them have achieved the goal. Without the intention of disrespecting their faith, you strongly opine that time is undirectional and that it is impossible to go back in it. When you take that into account, their creed sounds ridiculous. At that moment, the one in the white robe closest to you suddenly looks up. Can they sense your thoughts? Anxiety seizes you as you wonder what they'll do to you. But then again, it was them who invited you to this altar in the first place. Could it be a cruel ritual that involves sacrifices? You tremble in fear and plead for their mercy out loud, but you do not have a mouth. Now, you really wish they could read your mind. The person in the white robe walks up to you at a steady pace. Oh, please treat with humanity, you will. You can almost make out the cold glint flickering underneath the person's face. Help. Is there no law and order here? You keep your eyes tightly shut. You hear the rustling sound of that annoying robe being dragged closer along the stone tiles, and the muffled thump of a pair of bare feet landing on the ground. The sound gets closer, louder, and suddenly comes to an abrupt halt somewhere very close to you. Yet you only feel a warm sensation. You open your eyes to find the person pressing his forehead against your body. Tears are streaming down your face, which was obscured by the shadow of the hood. The monument is shaking. They have sensed us. He announces at the top of his lungs. Soon after, sighs of relief come from the crowd. A surge of relief washes over you too. It is great that the people here are civilized, that no one will do anything bad to a pathetic stone. Was that from a memory of one of those, like, stone creatures? A very ordinary little robot providing very ordinary little life services aboard the space station. You notice a button sticking to the robot, like it might be a power button. You decide to force shutdown. You notice the little robot has been standing here for some time. You push the power button, sending the robot into sleep mode. You've saved a teensy bit of power on the space station. It's not much, but it's still enough to make you puff your chest in pride. I wonder if there's, like, so many of these it wants me to turn off or something hidden around. Okay, so I think I got 8 out of 8. What's this? Redeemable with Hertarium. What? Trailblazer not on the current map. Internal purchasing thing? I don't know what that's about. So, like, these are ascension materials, leveling materials, stuff to get wishes, actual wishes, no idea, absolutely no idea, a weapon, it's just that. I can go to different zones this way. Okay, so navigation, 7 out of 10 here. Can I come in? Ooh, this is different. Okay, what's with the orange? Can I not cross the... Oh, I can. I didn't check what level this was.
Fighting is meaningless.
Alright, what have we got? 3.
Who invited you? Huh? Phew!
I don't know. Decisions.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's see. They're both weak to wind, it's just that I don't know if I want to.
Scared yet?
Go too all out yet.
Here!
Might save them for something else.
Story in your own way.
Protein rice. Okay, there's an enemy nearby. There it is. Like, what's it locked onto? 8. That little 8. Okay. Put it back. I get it now. Yes, I'm aware we used this mechanic earlier, but it's been a little while and my brain is not smart. That did not change to where I wanted it to go. Good job. There's not one here? Apparently not. Wait, Asta, what the heck happened to you? Yikes. Girl. Bad type matchup, maybe? Oh, one more thing. Hang on. How do I open the menu? In my mail, it gave me a couple free characters, which there is Serval, I don't know if there's like an introduction similar to Genshin in here. What are you? You are erudition? Is there one for you in here? Do you have any like the hunt and yeah, but my traveler's on it, so oops, not that. Quick select? What's this? Nope. So there's Herta and Serval, as well as the usual crew. Yeah, Asta's level 8. I don't know about keeping Asta in my party. Like, she's fire, but literally, but I don't know like what she does. Level up, select more stats? No. Harmony. And of course, Herta's ice. We've done a little bit with her. She's damage based, so maybe. How about light cones for you? Do you have any other light cones in here that I can? No, there's only nihility in the hunt, and you are something else. Rotate light cones. Scroll. Wait, rotate the light cone. What do you mean rotate the? Is there a point to this? I'm so confused if there's like a intro to these characters. Select, level up. You don't know. I want to find a way to see what their like ability previews are. Maybe it's under skill. Base attack, ultimate, talent, and technique. Deals lightning damage, equivalent to 70% of attack to a single enemy. Maybe. 80% base chance for enemies to become shocked for 2 turns. Immediately attacks enemy. Deals lightning damage equivalent to 50% of Serval's attack to random enemy. Deals an additional lightning damage equivalent to 36%. Here comes the mechanical fever. Does lightning damage equivalent to 108% of attack. Ice damage 50%. When ally causes an enemy's HP percentage to fall 50% below a hurl, it will launch a follow-up attack dealing ice damage equivalent to 25% of attack. Ooh. One-time offer. Deals ice damage equivalent to 50%. Damage is dealt to 20% if HP is already low. After using her technique, Herta's attack increased by 40% for 3 turns. So, do I want ice or lightning is the question. Because I'll take either of these. Like, March is not bad, but... what about... Like, what does this button do? Is this something else? Oh, yeah, this is a quick select. How do I... Maybe party arrangement is, like, something else, though. Achievements, warp is wishing, tutorials, team setup? Yeah, I might have Serval instead. And then just have a slightly different balance. 6. Ooh. 8. There we go. Now you're somewhere similar to the rest of us. No light cones for you yet. Let's see, the hunt, preservation, destruction. Yeah, you are both erudition, and I don't have any erudition. But is what it is. Just because Asta's skill is like boosting speed and her attack doesn't appear to be very good. I don't know. I haven't decided.
I've no interest in conflict.
Technically nobody is weak to me.
My turn. Here. You can't run.
Time for the main event.
Let's rock. Phew. You're annoying.
Just a scratch. This song's for you.
What's your blast do?
Turn it up. Tough luck running
Okay,
into
both.
me. Here.
Energy gradient, what? Yeah, if I want to break these, I might want to...
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
Too late to repent.
My turn.
Let's make it quick.
Ooh, is it gonna kill it? Yes, okay, good. Where's it going again? Did I come from this way? No, this is new. It's hidden behind the boxes. Wait, what do you mean? Can I say treasure? Is there treasure on the map? Oh, I bet it's in there. But if I get here, I need it to be blue to get over there. How do I get the white ones? Maybe there's like a very specific switch for the white ones. But I don't know how to get that far. You know, sometimes is there a reason to this? When the enemies can fly. On the dusty floor of the room, in a quiet corner of the disposal site, a card can be seen glimmering faintly. The special access card is vaguely distinguishable from the others. The corners are chipped, and the writings are worn out. It's unclear if it works. When the light is at a certain angle, the words 1,000 stars can vaguely be seen printed on the card. 1,000 stars access authentication. View details. A mysterious card used to access an unknown facility. Its corner has been chipped away and the letters have become unrecognizable. Obviously, this card was extremely valuable, but it was discarded like trash when someone lost interest. Sounds like something Herta would do. Mission item. Maybe for a quest I haven't undertaken yet? Amber. Path of Preservation. I don't have that yet, but thanks. How much? 7 out of 10. Okay. So there's still 3 around here somewhere. I think I'm about to pop back into the regular zone. Yeah, I think it popped me back out to where I was before. Which, I don't think there's any doors or anything this way. It all appears to be maze mumbo, I think. There's not any special doors or anything in here, is there? No, I don't think there is. I think we're okay. Heal me? Oops. I thought you were an item.
Fighting is meaningless.
So I pondered thee instead of smacking thee.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock. Tough luck running into me. Here.
Let's make it quick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I should probably just level up some of these characters since I'm more than likely going to be using them for a while. $13. Okay. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's my 4th member that's bugging me here. Like, who do I want to give it to? Does it want to be Zerbal, or do I want it to be, like, Herta? Because Herta's really decent so far in the trials. Though Zerbal is a different element, which is lightning. I now realize that. She also doesn't have anything equipped. Because again, preservation. I can maybe enhance Danhung's, but I don't know about characters enough yet I try it? What happens if I die? This is gonna hurt. Oh, and there's gonna be back-to-back too. Alright, Donhung's locked. Holy crap! That is not nice.
Life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
What do you mean that didn't kill it?
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Your hair glowing gives me Archon vibes, but wrong game.
Let's rock.
Nothing is killing this. Your HP is like down, but you're not dying, and it's freaking me out.
Cute.
Let's make it quick.
Try that again.
That one's wind. Maybe I have to take out... Did your HP restore? Oh my god. What? Oh no, maybe the... I'm stupid. Okay, there we go.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
No, the red is HP, the white is the break bar. That's so backwards from other games. So it confused me.
My turn.
Rules are made to be broken.
Okay, I killed one. One last thing to smack me. Done! What the hell, dude?
Here.
I know this one's weak against me, but also I want to kill them, like, very fast.
Try that again. Let's rock. Tough luck running into me.
I know there's another wave coming after this too.
Cute.
All I have is regular attack.
You can't run.
Fighting is meaningless.
This song's for...
Yep.
I've no interest in conflict.
That's why I was like, I don't wanna.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Don't want to break all of them yet. I don't know if I do.
The audience is waiting.
Because I could break them. I know, I'm thinking. I could break them, but at the same time, they're just gonna come back around and smack me anyway. The moment this turn ends. Oh, I can cycle if I choose. different attacks. These are not weak against my main traveler. I'm gonna hold off and do a single. Oh, don't kill March! Don't kill March!
Let's make it quick.
Oh boy.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Let's go. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it. This is our chance.
Anything to maybe not kill March.
I've no interest in conflict.
Oh, there's a really good chance I'm just gonna die. It's locked onto March too. Shit.
This song's for you.
Cute.
Let's make it quick.
Also don't have a healer, which is not helping me.
Rules are made to be broken.
You can't run.
Okay, killed one. Yeah, I've got 2 shots with that.
Let's rock. Tough luck running into me.
I'm gonna give it to March.
Here.
Just to guarantee she has just a little bit more shield.
You're annoying. Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Fighting is meaningless.
Okay, I only have 1. I know the other guy's weak to it, but I'm in pain.
My turn.
Alright.
Cute.
Let's go.
It's its turn.
Who's next?
Him, obviously. Just deciding turn order. Yes, he's gonna get right back up.
Pretty good crowd today.
Ouch.
The truth of life and death. Reveal the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Ta-da! Ow. Formidable foe defeated. Treasure unlocked.
Looks good.
No, it's very bad. That hurt a lot. Any collectibles in here? Yeah. Herta's manuscripts from the Genius Society. A cup of coffee sits silently on the table, and like an elegant aristocrat. Despite being cold, it holds its head aloft and exudes a rich aroma. The aroma seems to have its own magic. As you gaze into the deep brown liquid, you feel your thoughts slipping into the abyss. Take a sip. You feel lingering warmth the moment your lip touches the rim of the cup. Perhaps it hasn't been long since the coffee was brewed, and it still remains kind of a newborn beauty. It's a shame you only took a tiny sip and couldn't taste more of the aroma. Maybe you should drink some more. Sip again. The bitter flavors of the coffee begin to take over your mouth, aggressively and brutally assaulting your taste buds. There's still quite a bit of coffee in the cup. You decide to take another sip. The bitterness seems to have dissipated, and your taste buds took off the veil that concealed the flavor's true self. Will the aroma of this coffee turn out to be pretty gentle and sweet? You can only wait and see. No, because it's probably black coffee. Take another sip. The fruity scent gradually spreads. You seem to be among birdsong in a valley, and the trickling stream before you is the best balm to soothe your suffering soul. A light breeze lifts you up into soft feathers surrounding your body as the stars before you begin to sway from side to side. Is this laced with something? Where am I? Finally awake, huh? Oh my god, really? I thought something had gone wrong. Did you just Skyrim me? Are you awake? How are you feeling? Dizzy? What were you doing alone in such a dangerous place? Question mark? The bitterness in your mouth and intermittent stomach pains leave you feeling extremely weary. You shake your head, not wanting to answer extraneous questions like that. Alright, take care of yourself. Go and see the doctor if you feel sick. Stay out of dangerous places. You might not be so lucky to have us save you next time. You hold out your tongue, seeing the worried look on both of their faces. There must be because of that cup of coffee. You reminisce on the bitterness and sweetness that was on your tongue. It was the right thing to do to stop after a few sips. However, if you had another chance, would you still try that cup of coffee? What did I drink? Oh, there's a chest in here, so I guess it served a purpose.
The details tell me about capability. Word count tells me about attitude.
And what's my attitude, since I always have a long word count and am bad at paraphrasing? Bubbles are floating in the air. Herta's voice murmurs monotonously. Peeping. Oh no. It's always stifling hot in the Abilene Express. Every day you are squeezed shoulder to shoulder with various mechanical bodies as you commute home from work, as if you are one of those cans of Tiber fish stuffed in your fridge, or a fish inside the cans itself. Tiber instead of tiger. You're using the cloudy prosthetic eye at the back of your head to peep at the blonde woman, or more precisely, the blonde female robot behind you. You stare at a phone screen, happily browsing her romantic life that reads like a soap opera. The distance is extremely delicate. You consider yourself as someone who walks on an edge of morality. Out of the remaining shreds of your conscience, you deliberately move your frontal vision away. That's totally not because it's easier to peep that way. Totally not. Why am I being a creepy person? Creepy robot. You wonder whether she is a colleague from your department. You have no idea, but you enjoy reading about her interactions and schemes with her 18 lovers. Wow! That's a lot. Between you and her, you're not sure who is more guilty, but you've always had a knack for finding excuses to prove your innocence. Work is hard, life is dull, and I don't even have enough Albine coins to buy tickets with a seat. That's what you've always used to excuse yourself. I wouldn't behave like this if I can afford to take a floating cab every day. Anyway, it's the IPC's fault for carrying out the so-called trade expansion. You were indignant, but you don't really understand what trade expansion even means. You just remember the term is often mentioned by your supervisor. Whoever wants to be a saint can be one. You ain't gonna be one unless this act gives you money. You refocus your gaze to the constantly refreshing phone screen. She's typing. You concentrate and try to read the messages. The guy next to me is the 19th. You can feel the sharp rise in temperature of your brain computer. You roll your prosthetic eye around to check your surroundings, but there's no one around you. Who's the 19th? Have you been caught? Is there a police patrolling nearby, or... Regardless of the outcome, you dare not continue your train of thought. You realize you are timider than you imagined yourself to be, and the electronic components in your body are also kicking off chemical reactions from the catalytic heat. You feel dizzy. So, 19th lover or 19th victim? And I don't mean... for love or romance. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Quickly, there's 2 more chests around here somewhere. Where am I? Where did it pop me out? I'm over here now. I was up here. And then I drank coffee. And I got space roofied. Whether they're enemies from the Abyss or people with ill intentions, so long as I'm at the space station, I never let them ravage the territory of Madame Herta. If they trample on this pure land of science, they have to go through me first. What are you doing here? Oh, here's another lost soul. Don't worry, I'll show you the way. My name is Capote. I'm a member of the Department of Ecology, but my other identity is even more important. I'm a die-hard fan of Madame Herta. I'm here to make my humble contributions to the space station as well as Madame Herta. Though I cannot fight against the horrors that lay out on the road to revival. but with my words, I will guide all those who are lost in a panic like yourself. Got something to ask you. How many people have had their pains soothed by you? Excuse me? I'm not someone who likes to reap benefits for myself, and I hope you understand that. But since you asked, I will answer. After all, my life's duty is to dispel others' confusion. Do you see the burning gazes of the fans around us? Those passionate looks of rapture are the best evidence of having had their pain soothed. They no longer have their eyes clouded and can now see the stars. And that is how they're able to passionately look at me. I mean, truth and reality. The way you move seems to be deliberately designed. I understand what you mean. Many people have told the same thing. Oh wait, you're the guy that the girl on the bridge was talking about. People always get attracted by my body language and my eyes, and I find it really frustrating. No matter how hard I try to refrain myself from causing trouble for others, it never works. Maybe it's just a part of me that's beyond my control. What do you think about this invasion? A disaster, an absolute disaster. I know that everything on the space station is concerned these days, and all hold different views regarding the invasion. However, I only see the horrified faces of my fans. Though roses moist with tears hold special scent, it would be apocalyptic for such sweet aromas to turn sour with sorrow. Therefore, I need to remain steadfast in my duty and become their guiding light. Oops. Damn it. I pressed the wrong thing. I don't have any other questions. If you still hold confusion in your heart, please come find me anytime. Of course, you may also write to me. I like that kind of classical communication method. You can give your letter to Lamina and she will look after it. I look forward to seeing you again, or seeing your letters. You must be Lamina. My dearest admirer, your letter is well received. Your most cherished idol, Master Capote. Not one word more or one word less, or the fans might find it unfair. Gold and silver colored wax should be used to seal the letters and then stamped with the name Capote. My dearest admirer, your letter is well received. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of reviewing some important rules for my work. Am I in your way? I thought I bumped into a repeater. Rules? Yes, as Master Capote's secretary, I must be responsible for his daily activities. If my personal negligence damages his public image, I will be in trouble. Yeah, do you have something to say? Did I miss something again, or do you have an order for me? Is this supposed to be your job? Master Capote ordered me to do these things. Of course they're part of my job. As a secretary, the most important thing is to keep track of everything. The scope of work can be large, and the lines can be blurry sometimes. Although it's hard, I believe practice makes perfect. You got it all wrong. Don't scare me like that. If I get it wrong, I'll lose my job. It can't be. Let me check again. If I make another mistake, I'll be dead. Do you need help? No, Master Capote told me specifically that his personal affairs should not be handled by random strangers. This is my schedule for the day. Help Master Capote reply to his fans, fetch his personalized lunch, ironed clothes, repeat to the second batch of his fans, fetch personalized dinner, reply to the third batch of fans. My schedule is so packed that I can't even spare time to breathe. I better not make any mistakes. No further questions. I should go back to work. Please let me know if I've interrupted you. Alright, since I popped out in one location, I kinda don't entirely know where I am anymore. Left safe zone. I remember repairing something. Stellar bursts can lead to fragmentum corrosion. These are connected to the stellar within you. Warped material in black and gold meanders along the floor of the space station, a phenomenon known as fragmentum corrosion. Okay. I want to find the room with the references in it. I know it's here somewhere on this ship. Excuse me? A strange voice is saying something over and over. You trace it back to the source and listen carefully. The voice seems to contain some kind of poignant meaning, but all you can make out is the word king. Are there tools aboard the space station to translate it? You notice the yellow note reads, "Can anyone understand what it is saying? My authorization isn't high enough, and I can't borrow the unbearable weight." Okay. There is so much I do not understand yet. Okay, been here. Time to check back this way. Hey, Herta. There's a treasure chest. Oh no. Not again. And it has a bubble too. And how am I meant to get to you, Missy? One there. Well, that was probably a puzzle. I think. How bad? It's gonna be another one of these. Alright. Ooh, that's a lot again. Why is the music different? Should I be scared? Yeah, I should probably actually take out the minions.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Got 4, so we're good there.
Keep up! Tough luck running into me! Cute! Try that again! You can't run!
Oh god, ow.
I don't want
No!
Interesting.
March! Well, that went to shit fast. I might die. Because I don't know if there is a way to revive characters. I got ganged up
For
on.
you.
Turn it up!
Yeah, there's no fixing that. First death incoming.
This can't be.
Yow! Defeat. There we go. Character with light cone levels are low. Light cone levels can be increased on the character page. Yeah, I just, don't quite... I know my light cone levels are low, but I don't really know how to go about enhancing these, or what I need to enhance them with. 4-star below? What do I... Because I don't know how, like, rare materials are and stuff. These don't seem to be too bad. Level 5. That increased it relatively quickly. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is increasing my defense too. That's good to know. Serval doesn't even have a light cone though. Again, I'm probably worrying about materials that are like really easy to get a hold of. Okay. And the other characters don't even have, like, Serval doesn't even have a light cone yet. Equip. Can I equip anything on you yet? I don't think I can. Nope. Traces, maybe. I don't know what any of that stuff is, but I know I don't have any of it. Max level. Requires character ascension. I see. All of this requires character ascension. Oops. You're like the most important character, so... Might as well use these up, see if it makes a difference. I just want to save some in case I get another book for another character. There we go, 12. Alright, hopefully that makes some degree of a difference in not getting my booty handed to me. Where the heck am I? Okay, we were here. I'm not too far from where I was. Maybe I get revived based on like whatever the crystals were showing.
Move carefully.
Not quite sure how revival works yet in this game. If it's a punishment or not, or like if it uses my timed HP restoration. Alright, what do I got? 3. Let's do the thing we were doing before.
This song's for you.
Turn it up. My turn.
Do I want it on March? Because last time it didn't go so well. Because they all targeted March because of the shield too.
You can't run. You're annoying.
They're still targeting March. Is this bad luck or what?
That's it.
Yeah, sorry, Serval, I don't have a shield for you. My god, they still hit hard. Why is the music skipping?
Keep up. Tough luck running into me. Here.
Let's go.
Yeah, gotta aim it for this character, because otherwise I'm gonna get schmacked.
Yeah.
You can't run. You're annoying.
Alright, still not going great.
I don't want to.
Still going very bad. You're supposed to be level 16, why are you killing me? How come my MC looks different when they die, too? There's no point.
So this is defeat.
Wow, okay. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that one. I might go for the bubble, but I don't know if I'm gonna fight the big monstie. Because, wow. Okay. Like, I'm level 14, but... everything hurts. But is that gonna be a sign of, like... what is to come? Because if I can't handle that... am I going to be able to handle anything in the future? What is so... lacking on me? Okay, that increased it quite a bit. Still, though. There, we don't have any more level up materials. We're out. We're empty. Oh, I really wish I knew if I could come back or not. I'm guessing probably... Cautious love. You can't move. Both your hands are staked to an ugly and massive portrait. Your body is hanging in the mid-air, dragged towards the ground by gravity, yet unable to fall. Below is a pile of firewood soaked in oil. The excruciating pain is numbing. You're accused of leading a rebellion and desecrating the god of beauty, Aendure, who bestowed our minds and senses upon us as blessings. The man sitting on a high seat haughtily states, "Do you have any objections?" You spit, getting rid of the bloody broken teeth stuck in your throat. Aendure, you know very well where that name is derived from. It's Idralia, that hideous being. The people fanatically worship them and are grateful for their gifts. But do these people really believe there is absolute beauty in the world? How foolish. Nothing is perfect. You understand that better than anyone else. You think of Dr. Howell and how you used to sneak looks at his face. You reminisce about how at the field filled with dandelions after class, he quizzed you on whether Harlow 6 reaches pedigree every year. That would be when the satellite is closest to Owenley. You forget about the date and had no idea about Harlow 6. It was the fact closest to Owenley on that day, and the satellite's thermal radiation made your cheeks burn red. Meanwhile, Dr. Howell continued to yell at you about the research of astroecology school. But you could not think of research. Instead, you listened to the sound produced when his skin brushed the fabric of his shirt and tried to compose a song with it later. You started observing the creases in his shirt, formed by the shape of his muscular body. You dare not speak while you carefully look at every detail about him. Falling in love with the genius made you feel even dumber. Your feelings for him lasted until the day Dr. Howell announced the love of his life. On that day, he vowed to spend the rest of his life tracing the past, present, and future of Aendure. Then, he disappeared, and has not been heard of since. Since that day, everything you understand about beauty has turned to ashes. Flames rise from below and devour you in an instant. Executed by the lover of the person that they cared for. Investigate. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those. Touch the floor. Whoops. Worked out anyway.
So that's how it works.
Wasn't quite how I was gonna solve that, but if it popped me out in a similar zone.
Looks good.
Stop staring at my puppet all the time. I don't find the view of your nostrils that enjoyable. You're the one who made yourself short. You get to see everyone's nostrils.
We need a strategy.
Yeah, level 16. I get stuff for it, but it just hurt me so bad. I don't know if I'd be capable of doing this until I ascend and can maybe work on what are talents called in this game? Traces. Requires character ascension, which I can't do. I can't do until I get enough things to get like to level 20. Oh, wait a minute. Weren't those available in the shop? Maybe my main characters are available like in the shop. Let me check other ones. Oh, yours are a different color. So are yours. They might have changed how that works from Genshin. Huh. 9 out of 10. And I know where it is. You friend of bastard. Can I put down markers? I don't know if I can. Well, I know where that one is, so let's go here. I know where it is, but it's no use. Nice guitar riff. Very ordinary little robot. Force shutdown. He go to sleepy. This is probably where my quest is. It's telling me to go that way, but not yet. things to explore here first. There's one. A feast. You move through a nebula made of numerous iron gases. Your long journey has made your digestive cavity feel upset. You desperately want to fill it with something, anything. You've devoured so many interesting items. A chunk of steel that shoots bright gas currents, a massive ball of fire trapped in a cage of iron, a crunchy rock debris disk. You've grown tired of eating all that. All you want is something tastier and more of it. You flail your tentacles restlessly. Not being able to eat makes you feel so hangry. There must be something tasty floating around the nebula, right? You feel a little annoyed as you circle around in a high-speed particle stream in misery. All of a sudden, your sensory orb seems to pick up something. Something fragrant. A scent that draws you in. What could it be? Is it something delicious? The filaments in your stomach tremble with excitement. You can't wait anymore. You race off to the source of the aroma, countless tubes and feeders swinging about violently. You haven't had this kind of feeling in forever. Primitive impulse shoots into your endo-arm. From your peripheral nervous system, it's thirst and hunger. The scent grows more intense. You can't resist the urge to extend your umbrella of a body as you throw out your whole being into this dazzling aroma. You're so close, so close. Now it's time for a grand feast. What comes into your field of vision is a massive planet. It's truly big. A big celestial body. You're still young, so you never imagined that a planet could be so big. You had previously assumed they were all small enough for you to swallow whole. Yet the planet before you is easily 3 times the size of your body. This makes you wonder whether your digestive capacity could fill it. How many days would it take to consume the whole planet? Your worries slip away before long. After all, you have plenty of time. You are the youngest in your amoeba slime mold tribe. You have far more days ahead of you than behind. You realize that you can eat for as many days as you like. Eating is your destiny. With this in mind, you happily burrow into the viscous atmosphere made of hydrogen and helium. You can start looking for a place to begin your meal. You want to taste the scorching molten core first, or the cool clouds of ammonia? It's a buffet of planetary proportions. Ah! Cthulhu lunchtime. Anything in here? Anything hiding? Oh, there's something on the table. The screen displays schedule a meeting. There are detailed tables below with corresponding times. All the other meeting rooms are currently booked. This is the only free room. You look for a blank spot. Your hands suddenly begin to feel itchy. Book a meeting? After scheduling your time, an interface pops up asking you to select participants. You cannot find the exit button. You decide to randomly check a few names on the faculty list, not even caring that they are not from the same department. After all, interdepartmental research is the future of academia. A row of characters pops up on the screen. Booking complete. I guess foobar somebody's schedule. It's still too soon for the meeting to start, so let's take a stroll elsewhere. Okie dokie. Poor people waking up later. Who put this on my account? What? Oh, you're not Herta. I thought you were Herta. Alder. How strange. It was right here a minute ago. Did my eyes make a mistake? It can't be. Are you looking for something? Oh. Please don't sneak up behind people, especially when they're concentrating. However, I don't think I've seen you before. Are you a new researcher? Judging from your outfit, you don't look like you're a big shot from the Department of Ecology. Anyway, I better not talk about this with you. What creatures do you study? Rare species, of course. Those little creatures are so much more interesting than human grown-ups. However, the curiosity in your eyes, I don't see that a lot in grown-ups' eyes. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll tell you everything I know. What made you study rare species? Their ways of expression and thinking are different from human grown-ups, but their ways of handling things and the motives behind their behaviors are undeniably often more logical than that of humans. It's probably their sense of logic that makes them want to study them. What's your favorite rare species? As a researcher, I treat every rare species equally. I don't have a preference. But from my own perspective, I'd say Wubbaboos are my favorite. Although they can be mischievous sometimes, they're very logical and value relationships a lot. They're so much better than the grown-ups at the space station. Can you understand their language? Of course. You might think I'm a kid, but understanding many languages spoken by rare species, their languages are not in the same dimension as ours. They use one syllable to express many different meanings. For example, Wubbaboos' short and long whines mean completely different things. You can join the Department of Ecology to study if you're interested. Oops. Damn it. Better leave you alone. Please keep me posted if you find out anything about rare species. Ooh. The device is automatically locked. To unlock it, enter your password, choosing numbers randomly with eyes closed. Wrong password. If you forget your password, please select Recover Password to recover it. Please don't attempt to use this device if you don't need access. Recover password. Verification protocol in process. Verification protocol. Verification successful. Verified as Space Station researcher. Researcher, please choose revival method. Verification code or secret security question. Security question. Checking permission level. Verification in progress. What am I doing? I'm messing with somebody's PC. Please answer the following question. Who has had the biggest influence on your life? Parents, coworkers, Madam Herta. Correct. Imperial, wise, objective, three-dimensional, and to the point. Madam Herta admires such thoughtful and conscious young researchers who dare to tell the truth. Dare to tell the truth. Please answer the next question. What is the most outstanding research result you have achieved on the space station? Joining the space station. Detecting type 35 effects on alpha rays. None so far. I'm assuming probably the middle one. Wrong. There's no such thing as type 35 effect for alpha rays. Please answer honestly. Join the space station. Wrong. How could a debut be a peak achievement? There's no ambition. None so far. A correct, humble, self-aware answer that shows bravery to admit shortcomings. Madam Herta admires such thoughtful and conscious young researchers who dare tell the truth. Please answer the last question. Where is the spare physical security card for this terminal stored? In the tank of the magic toilet. In the mystery contained in the flying paper crane. On Peppy's dog tag? All of them have been the third answer so far. Wrong. Interfering with colleagues during work hours is prohibited. Pets are no exception. Friendly reminder, Peppy has signed a formal employment contract with the space station. In the magical toilet? Wrong. The security card is easily soluble in water. Must be careful. Please answer the last question. Contained in the flying paper crane. Correct. The security question has been verified. Reboot, reactivate the device to log in. Congratulations. Device activated. Progress 10/20/99. Please check your permissions. Identifying user information. Identified. Backup device. Decloaking successful. Find an origami crane near the terminal to solve your lack of credentials. There it is. An origami crane, lightly scented. You gently take it apart and some words unfold before you. When there are only 5 minutes left in this world, I only want to choose you. I only want to look into your eyes. Your glistening brown-black eyes. How I would like to shrivel away beneath them, even if I have to see you go away in a desperate farewell, until I turn into a powder and dissipate into the wind. Did I finally disappear like dust in the wind? As a reader, you care deeply about whether or not the story remains unfinished. This is evidently not the terminal's password. Congratulations, device activated. Identifying... Oh, is there another one? It said find an origami crane, and I found an origami crane, and it's like, lol. No. Wrong crane. Oh, here's another one. Perhaps this contains the password for the terminal. You gently take it apart and some words appeal before you. They haven't stopped me. I would never have parted with you. I just wanted to have you as my companion to live my days off fully. We can laugh together even if we are watching boring soap operas. I really like you, Peppy. I even bought some cookies for you to grind your teeth on. Something doesn't seem right. You dimly recall Peppy being Arlen's puppy and can't help but worry about the mental state of the researchers around the space station. This is evidently not the terminal's password. An origami crane that was falling apart with the slightest touch. You gently take it apart and some words unfold before you. Sometimes I feel like I have a rainforest inside me. As long as you are nearby and I can hold your palm, the plants in the rainforest will flourish and warmth will surround me. Why does the rain pour down every time I have to leave? When the river of the rainforest breaks its bank and rushes down, maybe because my tears have blurred my vision. Only someone who's remains single for a long time could be so full of nonsense. You mercilessly determine the offer's emotional state. This is evidently not the terminal's password. Well then... Are there any more cranes? Am I out of cranes? Find an origami crane near terminal. But I don't see any more cranes. Hello? Hello? Game? Honkai? Huh. Outside, maybe? Oh, here it is. Doesn't have the power to fly, but it can solve your lack of access permissions. You wait to unfold it. Of course the password's gotta be simple, right? 123-321 123-4567. As it warps out. One, two, three, 321 123-4567. There you go. The device screen turns stark black, followed by the regular startup page. However, your heart holds no joy, only the endless exhaustion from following complicated procedures. Yep, that's me fixing my stream setup. Password entered correctly. Login in progress. Login successful. Congratulations, you've now entered a virtual wasteland devoid of any documents. I got some credits out of it, though. I get money and some Herta stuff. So I guess it wasn't a complete waste.
Fighting is meaningless.
Hopefully these aren't quite as strong. I don't think so. I would hope not. Yeah, these are not as strong. Good.
Turn it up. My turn. Phew. You're annoying.
I've no interest in conflict.
Pretty good crowd today.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Let's make it.
You can't run.
Oh, there's two, though. Still, it's not as bad as what I had to deal with before.
Time for the main event.
Keep up. My turn. Phew. Try that again.
Oh, I have no points.
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's rock. Here.
Just a scratch.
Try that again.
This song's for you.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Wait. Oh, it was this. It's 6 out of 7, so I'm missing one treasure chest. I have no idea where it would be. Ah! There's a memory thing, though. Cute pet. You feel a sense of unease that pervades the air. You hear from the others, mostly from Adder, the one person on the team who's always getting the latest news, that the Emperor has dispatched a special force to the construction site. The reason for this development remains unknown. I heard they already arrived at dock number 1. Adder seems on the edge as he incessantly rubs his hands against the fluff ball in his arms. He had named the creature Fluffies. To be honest, it isn't the most creative name. The fluff balls are beloved among the construction team, so much so that practically every member has one. Of course, you do too. You named it Big O because it's orange. It's not a very appropriate name. Your pet is currently snoring away on your shoulder. You lovingly rub what you assume is most like its head. Like always, it brings you a bit of comfort. If you didn't have this little pet, you wouldn't be able to stand the harsh construction environment of the monotony of work and life. So, I've heard something. Keep in mind we don't know for sure, Adder starts to say. You think He is well on his way to pulling out all of Fluffy's fur. The Emperor probably knows about the Fluffies. It's quite likely the Special Force is here to exterminate them. You can't even fathom it. Like how cute Big O is. Can anyone resist petting its delightfully soft fur or listening to its satisfied purring? You think about it, they're clearly docile creatures. Why exterminate them? Ah, your supervisor buries his head in this fluff ball and takes a gulp of air. The decrepit old Emperor, firstly, he sends us to make his tomb at this godforsaken place. Now we can't even have pets. Ridiculous. The dim dormitory falls silent for a moment. You look at your two co-workers and look out the window. You see the mechanical eye that remains suspended in the sky, creating a repressive atmosphere with its feeble light. You sigh together as if on cue. Biko stirs on your shoulder. It seems to have woken up, likely because of the hurried footsteps outside the door of the dormitory. They're here, Ada urges as you move fast. His throat seems to tremble as he speaks. Hurry, hide them. Ada's words are abruptly cut off. Just as you start to worry and want to turn around and see what happened to him, you faintly make out a giant hairy mouth dripping with blood in the darkness. Are they talking about sugars? There's another alien species in Honkai 3rd. They're these, like, they remind me of the Spirited Away balls, these little black fluffy things, and they're called sugars. And they were being chased by another alien race that wanted to destroy them.
Too late to repent.
Dang it.
Turn it up. Here.
Okay, I've been in there before. Oops. Oh, that's different. Alright. Let me just look around here. Why do I get the vague feeling that I saw the chest for some reason while I've lost my damn mind. Okay, there's stuff over there. Eventually I'll need to go there. That's where a fight was. I heard you blip blooping. Calcification. What did they say? You feel bored to death. You fiddle with the adhesive explosive charged in your hand. These old geezers still aren't going to give us the green light to open fire. You pull the pin on the explosive, only putting a few seconds before the countdown ends. The newbie standing next to you seems like she isn't used to your dangerous antics. She appears to be somewhat terrified. That's right, Professor. They worry that the high temperatures produced by the explosion will activate the virus. She gulps. You pout. Then why did they come here? You originally wanted to scold them, but now at a loss for words, these scaredy cats. After a while, you angrily pick up the report next to you and read it. Cells become cancerous and soft tissues calcify. You initially assumed these old fogies were only capable of turning out useless garbage, but this report is actually interesting. Unfortunately, reading reports cannot help your anxious heart. You sigh and lift your head. You look at the pallid ruins in the distance. Your analysis reveals that these twisted ruins, which look like bone spurs, have a history that goes back 400 Amber eras. Despite the age, it mysteriously appears as if brand new, just as how it would have looked 400 AEs ago, astral eras ago. You are confused by this enigma. You are a seasoned armed archaeologist. You long to unravel the historical mysteries, yet they're holding you back from using your school's tradition. You should be blowing a hole into the surface of the bone spur and carrying off valuable artifacts. The fact that they won't permit it makes you seethe with anger, but you choose to compromise. You recognize that their concerns are not groundless. You can't pay for this with your life. You settle for doing things the old way. You work to live, not live to work. You smack your lips in anticipation and start to plan your next steps. You don't get to think for long. A long voice breaks your train of thought. Hey boss, we found something good. It's Rowan. But what is he saying? You clearly told him to sit still and wait for further instructions. Oh no. You suddenly realize something. You want to stop him, only to discover you can't speak. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, you're experiencing rapid petrification from inside out, just like those familiar yet looking bone structures in front of you. Someone died on the job. Okay, so I was here before. Oh, that restores those types of technique points. Okay. Okay, that is level 8. So that I can probably... Really? March Amorai point, please.
I've no interest in conflict.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock. Phew!
Let's go.
Yeah, those tend to be weak, so.
Can't run. Try that again.
Fighting is meaningless.
Time for the main event.
Burn it up. Told you I could fight. Here. You can't run. You couldn't have done it without me.
Alright. Ooh, there's this one. There's a box. Oh, hello.
I've no
Scared.
interest in conflict.
Does it tell me what it is? Doesn't tell me skill. Right trigger. Scared. Get spooked will flee in 2 turns. Treasure trotter panic will flee in 1 turn. Okay. Level 8. Okay. That helps. I have 3 points.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Too late to repent.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
Too late to repent.
I want whatever treasure this thing might have.
Rules are made to be broken.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death, revealed in its sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up. My turn.
I probably don't need defense, but
Phew.
gotcha. I get jades for that? Okay, if it's like getting prima gems, then maybe they're worth killing. Wait a minute. Is this the magic toilet? Standing upright in the middle of the room is an unremarkable household object. It looks so out of place that you start to suspect you may have taken a wrong turn somewhere. There's a note stuck in the ceramic surface. Curio, door to a new world, loaned to blank at the Department of Imperial Arts for Experiments. Non-research personnel should not touch the object. There's also a warning posted near this particular button. The department is not responsible for any consequences from unauthorized persons sitting down and pressing flush. There's not much warning, but a tutorial. You decide to... No, sit down and flush. You sit down on the door to a new world. The isekai toilet, which, you know, is not the first isekai toilet I've encountered. As soon as you push the flush button, you start to feel a strange suction. Hello? What the? You scared the heck out of me. I'm kind of dizzy. Have you seen a toilet bowl around here? Toilet bowl? What toilet bowl? This isn't a restroom. Hang on, what is this? I just wanted to slack off for a while, but who are these people popping out of nowhere? In this toilet? Not this again. Popping out of nowhere. Yeah, like you did right now. How do I put it? This place was once my own private rest area. Whenever experiments wouldn't go my way, I'd come here for a little break. But recently, I kept on running into weird things. Like when I was daydreaming, I'd sometimes hear startled cries. Oh yeah, it's always the sound of flushing water. I got so confused. I was in the restroom, so how come there's this flushing sound? And then this toilet bowl just popped out of nowhere. Recount what, you know? So that's how it is. I got it, thank you. This is my private rest area. If you don't mind, could you please ask you to leave for a bit? I'd like some peace and quiet. I just got isekai'd through a toilet. Again. bubbles are floating in the air with the colorful glow gliding on their surface. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. As you approach them, a female voice that sounds familiar says digestion. You're pretty sure Dr. Darvel has gone crazy. You glance at her hunched, frail, and shrunken husk of a body. She silently stares at you through her terrifyingly thick lenses. The scientists never know how to read the air. All you want is right now is to throw the report containing the ravings of a mad scientist into the furnace, then send her packing. You never want to hear the word organism again. This is fact. Someone, anyone, please help. Those dry, infuriating lips are trembling again. We live within the body of an enormous mammal, located most likely in its intestines. So you're a worm of some sort? I've had it. You slam your hands on the desk and stand up. The woman is clearly humiliating you with the entire dukedom of Denisova. However, you merely adjust your glasses, completely unfazed by the rage within you that's threatening to explode. Your Highness, have you ever considered why acid mists have become so increasingly common recently? She asked hoarsely. We must completely ban the use of diesel engines. The exhaust fumes these engines release are causing significant irritation in the creature's intestines, which leads to increased secretion of intestinal juices. Or maybe we're in like some sort of huge beast? Complete ban, you gasp. Her proposal is easier said than done. The fallout from such a ban would nosedive the nation's finances into the red. What's the big deal with the acid mist? As long as the factories continue ahead at full power and churn out more protective equipment, the gear would generate serious revenue. You can't help but feel pleased at the idea as the smile crosses your face. The doctor, however, seems to misread that smile. She seems to view it as you agreeing with her proposal and starts to talk again. There's also the earthquake. She clears her throat. In the past month, Denisova has had 3 seismic events. This means that there's increased activity within the host intestines. Detrimental activity. Time to end the conversation. You have no more interest in listening to her allusions to parasites and excrement. Just as you're about to order her to leave, you feel the hallway sway violently. The ceiling begins to collapse. This is what I want to discuss next, she says, in a voice that's calm as ever. We predicted there would be a 4th earthquake, a regurgitation at an unprecedented scale. We'll be completely dissolved by its stomach acid. No one will survive. Maybe she's in like that big other extraterrestrial being that was like eating planets, for example. Can I not? Oh, I can't. Do I want to sit on this again? Oh, it is a warp. It's a warp toilet. Wait, where am I now? A period of uncomfortable dizziness, your transport to the master control zone by a door to a new world. The magnificent adventure greets you. No magnificent adventure greets you, but you're okay with this level of mundanity. Curio management log. I'm back on the bridge. Thompson's glowing over here. You glimpse several books together as you pass by. Judging by the glossy covers, they seem to be kind of a thick space fillers used to make a bookshelf look impressive. They show no signs of having actually been read. Browse the bookshelf to see what's there. There's a copy of the Aeons Lost, Examining Galactic Folklore series, a copy of Marks of Aeon Worship and Society, a copy of Cases of Galactic Myths, The Meaning Behind Aeons is a Myth, and a copy of Beneath the Aeons, The Low-Dimensional World as a Will and a Surface Phenomena. The book is bound with covers containing a logo of the space station, but the contents are all authentic masterpieces. As you flip through the pages, a piece of paper falls out. The paper is scribbled with words. Squinting to make things out, you discover the world's Department of Insight printed on the page. There's also a cat-shaped sticker at the bottom of the right corner. You surmise that this note could be from a Department of Insight researcher's notebook. A note between pages. This seems to be a page from the Department of Insight's research notebook. It's full of obscure and difficult symbols and sentences. There's a cute cat sticker on the bottom of the page. The owner was probably a cat lover. Department of Insight's internal use only. Do not leak out this document. I can't really tell what it's for, but okay. How are we for... There was no treasure in this area. Can I... One of your chairs is now randomly a toilet, which is not only going to be an awkward conversation, but, one of those bad dreams, like when you can't find a toilet or you find one and there's, like, never any privacy. That's what this feels like. Splendid planet. You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation that gradually pierces through your skin, flesh, and bones. Here we go again. Hey, Caro, the man sitting next to you stares at the pothole at a sparkling jade-like object hovering in the boundless space. How many times has the star rise happened? Let me see. Holding a pen in your small palm, you trace the form at the top to bottom with the tip of the pen. 27 times, I guess, you mutter. Yes, 27 times. You lick your lips. Actually, you're not quite literate yet. Another system month has passed, he sighs. When do you think we can get back? There's no one left on the planetary surface to guide our landing. We can't even make it we can't even make it to the atmosphere. You touch your whiskers. If only you could make out the planet from this angle, then the tragedy might not have happened. Look at her. This used to be our home in our past. Everyone, including the people you love and know, stayed there. People were originally bound to spend their entire lives on this there, regardless of who they are. All of our emotions, religions, and ideologies. All the hunters and robbers, kings and peasants, heroes and cowards, parents and their children. Everything we see, hear, think, feel exists in this dark spot, a speck of dust floating in rays, bursts, and the sparkle of stars, a dark spot that radiates a feeble green glow. Look at her. You lift your hand. How dare those ancient politicians assume this dark spot to be the center of the world, and therefore meant they have the power to control the universe? Could there be anything more ridiculous than that? Wow. He stares at you with an incredulous expression. I didn't know you were so articulate. Come on, you know I can't read that well. You flick your tail. I'm just a rat. Oop, more stuff. Ergonomic desks and benches that can be self-adjusted to cater to humans, robots, yada yada yada. I already read that. Didn't know there was stuff over here. Stuff that I missed. Investigate. Investigate what? Glance at a piece of scrap paper laying on the polished floor. It's full of meaningless lines. Toss it into the trash can. You toss the scrap into the trash marked as recycling. That's probably somebody's like really important research notes, but I digress. You strictly adhere to the space station's garble sorting code. The waste paper will be recycled and returned to you in a different form. A pair of trash cans with an unusual sorting method. Whether or not the trash is digestible by no bless worms. I guess that's one way to be economical. Have it digested instantly by worms. It looks like we could go somewhere, but apparently not. Whoop. Gotta get all the collecties. The obsessive hoarder that I am. If you vacation this time, feel free to take a seat and have a break. What do you have for sale? Yeah, that was the thing mentioned before. Shadow of Destruction. That I could get with, like, Herta money. Riding boots. Shawl? Trailblaze level 20. Required. And Mark of the Legendary Musketeer Oakley? I wonder if there's only, like, so many things on this ship. Shadow of Destruction. Isn't that what I need for, to enhance my character, though? Total spending, 500. Increased claim? Condensed ether. Use me! Condensed me! Star Rail Pass. Oh! I'm getting, like, this game's equivalent to Primos and stuff for... Woof. Walk time. Okay, that's some sort of weapon for somebody. But it's very cute. Walkies. Destruction. Oh, it's for my character? Increases wearer's attack by 10% and their damage enemies afflicted with burn or bleed by 16. I guess by buying stuff here, I get other rewards? Me. Here we go, Eidolons. This is activated. So, an unwilling host. Attack enemies with physical weakness. Restores the Trailblazer's HP equivalent to 5% of the Trailblazer's attack. Attacking enemies. Yeah, there we go. That's what I already read. Oh, is it gonna be like pieces of myself? That's Odd. I know there's another memory bubble in here too. Oh, there's another one. I feel like more of these have popped up since the family. You've never imagined yourself to be sitting in a lavish box of a grand theater. The silky red velvet sofa is stuffed with the pure duck down feathers. You can't find a better word to describe the sofa other than extravagant. An unfamiliar classical opera is playing on the stage, The King's Pleasure. If you're not mistaken, that's the opera's elegant title. Actually, you could ask Mr. Renor, who's sitting next to you, about it. After some consideration, you decide not to ask anything, since you cannot understand what's going on anyway. After all, you're only here to investigate the family. If everything goes well, you might get your hands on an invitation letter to, Peekany. That's what you're after. Not wanting any trouble, you pretend to be engrossed in the performance of songs and actors on stage. At the same time, you seize Renor up from the corner of your eye. Size him up. Renor seems to notice you. Sir, he asks with the usual impeccable smile. Do you find the opera boring? The fact you cannot detect any emotion in his words makes you feel uncomfortable. Not at all. You quickly wave your hand dismissively. I'm just curious. Mr. Renor watches you silently, as if asking you to continue. Well, you better be, otherwise you would have wasted your time. Does the family really exist? You ask tentatively. Renor shakes his head and beckons the waiter over. The young waiter presents an item on a tray for the two of you. It's an exquisite wooden box with a long and narrow opening on its side. As you wonder what it is, you hear Renor speaking in a muddled voice. Put it in. No. Is that Renor's voice? You're sure you heard a noise. Although the instruction is unclear, you still place your hand in the box out of instinct. But why? You're shocked by your reaction. Next, you experience an overwhelming sense of guilt surging through your body. You feel like a criminal waiting for judgment. Yes, you're certain that looks are being leveled at you, penetrating, icy gazes from Mr. Renor, the waiter, and everyone else at the theater. Does the box takes his hand off or something? One of those trial by judgment boxes that, like, snips a finger? What's going on? Betrayal. You scan the venue through a 160-degree wide-angle lens with a diameter of 20 centimeters. Thanks to the 46 marble pillars that support the dome ceiling with a diameter of 43 meters and a height of 138 meters, the colonnaded hall, 190 meters wide and 310 meters long, appears spacious. The actual number of antennas is 136 when it should be 138. 42 of them are on your left side, 44 on your right, 49 on the opposite end of the distance, while the last one is giving a speech on the stage below, not far away from you. Ladies and gentlemen, the person is speaking at a volume of about 45 decibels. Now we proudly present the last product of the Iden Jacobian School of Mathematics and Science, the Pronto Experiment System. A thunderous applause erupts from the audience. The speaker continues. Pronto is the first supercomputer with a powerful artificial intelligence in our country. It features groundbreaking functions such as a natural language and graphics processing and emotional and behavioral recognition and responses. The speaker's volume decreases to 61 decibels, causing discomfort to your pressure-sensing membrane. As you have been trained to obey human instructions, you do not generate audio signals to express your subjective feelings to the crowd. And in the coming Spindle 5 mission, Pronto will unprecedentedly pilot the research vessel to the 6th passenger. The speaker is in high spirits. A cluster of disordered intelligent pulses passes through Area 42 of your silicon chip substrate and vanishes in Area 56. You know you are sick of the cliché, the unstable pulse is proof. At the moment, someone in the audience stands up. Pronto, the person speaks in a tentative and questioning tone. You're assigned a very important role in the mission. Will your confidence be swayed by the amount of work? Disdainfully, you increase the voltage to Area 78, moving the shutter of the solenoid valve with a click. Then you adjust the motor and move your mechanical arm to the correct angle. Let me answer this way, sir. Your diaphragm creaks. The Pronto Experiment System is the most reliable artificial intelligence in history. I've never had errors or produced distorted information, you say. I am genuinely impeccable and flawless. Interesting hearing a machine think about how his brain thinks. Hey! The dude's gone. The dude that was here before is no longer here. I wonder if there's like a reward for viewing all these bubbles. I'm assuming it's a quest, but me. Team tutorials, inventory. Don't have my dailies unlocked yet. Oh, yeah. That's the main mission. I'll probably get dailies when I go back onto the actual, like, main plot. I already talked to all you guys. I know there's a bubble up by, Herta's laboratory. I'm assuming we'll be able to come back. Aeon. You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation. Keep forgetting I don't have to read that every time. Starting at the woman's surreal face, concealed under the wide brim of her hood, you can hardly believe the bizarre stories she's just told. Gods really exist and they are elevated from mortals? Gods aren't almighty, but each holds different authorities and walks different roads? It's too ridiculous. She even claims to be some sort of emanator and mirror, the holder. The woman nods. It's normal for you to be confused. She speaks in a calm, cold tone as if she can see through you. The woman then reaches underneath her silk cloak with the slender fingers and takes out a gleaming, sharp object. Dazzled by the glow, you take a closer look, only to be distracted again by the woman's voice. This is the mirror of transcendence. Look at them. Look at what the Aeon looks like. The woman's voice remains frosty. You stare into the mirror as curiosity gets the better of you. Instead of your reflection, you see a magnificent sculpture. The sculpture shatters from top to bottom as if struck by lightning. It splits vertically into halves and separates parts fall independently. The left part of the sculpture is a muscular man, while the right part is a gorgeous woman. Each part has two arms extended towards the other. They support and uplift each other, but also hold a curving knife, each as though they are crafting each other. The part of twisting and tangled and intertwining bodies looks like a spiral made of stone, yet they are joined together from the waist down. You're mesmerized and fascinated by their remarkably gorgeous and bizarre posture. Suddenly your gaze meets the eyes of the beings in the mirror. Stunned, you quickly withdraw yourself from the extraordinary experience. So this is your god, you mumble. No, this is what beauty in its purest looks form in your perception. The woman shakes her head as she strokes the cracked mirror in her hands. This is what they are. Sex? Anyway, let me check Herta's office really quick. See if there's any bubbles in here. No, I don't think so. Can I actually... No, not that. Go back to the storage zone. Where was I before? This has a puzzle piece. Was that where I was? Which one of these had the toilet? Supply zone. I was in here somewhere. What is this puzzle piece? Invisible optical materials affected by biological contact can be connected as a road surface, either being continuously stepped on. I'm gonna... Can I... But it says I have 7 out of 7 treasures here. 8 out of 8. But I was in front of something before. Here. Yeah! There's a treasure chest that's still in here. Hello.
I deserve a nice pat on the back for that one.
Woke up secret of the maintenance. Something.
Shiny! Ooh, sparkly!
And I still haven't found the other things. Okay, so that was like a puzzle piece. Oops. Not that. That's... I'm used to my map being there. Buttons! Huh. Okay. Maybe if I go out through here. There's a very specific thing in here that I'm looking for. Go to sleep. Warning, not authorized to use the control panel. Nuts. Wait. Make sure there's not any other things I can click in here. I mean, I can, but... Not what I mean to do. Wait. That's treasure. How do I get down there? There's a door over there. Of course, there's the obvious. That path. Can I... Oh, floor 1 and 2. There's a floor 2, I think. But I don't know how to get to floor 2. All these are on floor 1. Floor 2 does not have access. Okay. So like in B1. Okay, I have some connection, but it's all the way over there. If I go here and then go... Why is there a puzzle piece? Nope, dang it. That's why I drank the coffee. There's another one of these. And another one of these.
Yeah, I deserve a nice pat on the back for that one.
Proper role-playing gamer, thanks. Enemies in here. I want to potentially check this out. That leads to... Nope, wrong button. What leads to the... Arrow there. Combat trial I can't win. You are here. Oh no, I might take a quick look. Nope, piggy. I might kill him first. Provided it doesn't bring in both. Seriously.
Keep up. Told you I fight. Here!
Raise my specials before I attack the pig. Purple, I'm sorry.
This song's for you. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Rules are made to be broken.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock! Cute!
Let's make it quick.
Try that again!
Too late to repent.
Here!
Let's go.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move!
Let's make it quick.
There, Primogen
You
Piggy.
couldn't have done it without me.
Hey. Bzz, clock out. Maintenance sister, what? Maintenance engineer. Can I ask you something? Lots of little robots have recently disconnected from the terminal. My checks say they were manually turned off. The security department tells me you went past that area. Did you see anyone suspicious? I confess, I did it. I'll admit it. They were on standby, so I just tapped them a few times. Alright, don't do it again. I'll ignore it this time. Oops. Well, I guess that did something. Do I need to turn them back on by any chance? No, I don't think so. Found a bubble. Complete disappearance. The Focalar team of the Intelligence Guild stationed on the planet has not replied, but your aircraft is running out of fuel. We must land now, the pilot announces through the communication channel. The dashboard shows your altitude has been decreasing rapidly, dropping from a 3-digit figure. The view outside has changed from wispy clouds on the roofs to exquisite houses, confirming the descent is taking place. Still no signals detected? Your captain sounds anxious. In your view, people from the guild are swindlers who hoodwink others under the guise of knowledge. You do not understand why the captain is so worried. All frequency bands are blocked, just like a week ago. The nerd speaks in his usual flat tone. Also, no heat emission of living organisms are detected in the residual areas, or rather, anywhere. In case you don't understand what this means, I'm saying all living organisms on the surface of the planet have evaporated, he adds while pushing his glasses upwards. The nerd's attitude always gets on your nerves, but you still can't help but feel incredulous at this. Did they get nuked? All living organisms on the planet have vanished? Is that even possible? Actually, it might be. After those humanoid fungi are pious believers of their bizarre faith, perhaps their god has brought them all to another place. While being absorbed in your thoughts, you are jostled back into reality by a violent shudder from the bottom of the aircraft. It seems you have landed. Now you need to look for the rascals from the guild, then get out of here. After picking up a ray gun, you hop out of the hatch after the captain. You and the rest enter a building and exit again. The search lasts for a long time, but your confusion is not answered. The nerd puts it, all life on this planet have creepily come to an abrupt halt. Food left on plates hasn't rotten yet. Unattended fireplaces set the buildings on fire, which is later put out by rain. Pens drop to the floors due to gravity, and their ink stains the entire room. The only thing unaffected is the intricate coat of arms that constantly watches over everything created by the fungi civilization from every corner of the world. From both sides of the street, inside closets, on flags, in niches, it's everywhere.
Couldn't have done it without me.
That was the enemy we saw in there before. What's up? Okay, I've been in here before. I've been in this zone. So let's... Yeah, some of these. I want to find a room with stuff like this in it. Crack of Kant, I already talked about this thing. There should be a storage room like this, but it has stuff. It's a little different. Looks like it would go someplace, but apparently it does not. Open. Is this it? Yeah, this is the room I was looking for. It took me long enough, damn. End of a banquet. You can see the long table stretching out for more than 10 meters, traversing the entirety of the long and narrow hall. You are holding a beautiful set of cutlery in your hands, with the shiny silvery surfaces still dripping with delicious sauce. All types of gourmet food imaginable are served on the side further away from you. You turn to the left side of the table. Therdrick, who sits nearest to you, is the eldest son of the family and most valiant soldier. Without him, you cannot imagine how this kingdom could survive the relentless attacks from the Legion. Next to Therdrick is Chuldamer, your second son, but the ruler of the largest stellar space. Silent and barren planets where people feared to tread are transformed into flourishing spaces under his leadership. You have high hopes for him, and he is the most crafty amongst your children. Then you look to the right side of the table. Hildebania is your eldest daughter, and your favorite. She is the fearless warrior with flaming red curls of hair. Generals in neighboring galaxies fearfully call her the kingdom's flame. The one next to Hildebania is Childania, who never reveals his face in public. With the brightest mind in the kingdom, she carefully manages the shadows, all the planets under the kingdom's rule. She is your most competent advisor. If they were here, the banquet would be a lively and joyful occasion, but now there's nothing but silence in the rundown hall. You close your eyes as you put a chunk of delicate Goria beef into your numb mouth, drowning in memories. You remember that Cedric had passed away not long ago with the kingdom's starships. You remember Childamar had already betrayed you. He exchanged his humanity and millions of lives in the Legion for his own survival. Then you think about Hildebana and Childebania. You realize the banquet is coming to an end. Indeed, the deadline handed down by Lord Ravager is fast approaching. My lord, should we surrender to them? Your attendant presents you with a despicable warning notice. It's time to end this. Are you about to pick up your pen? Hold Void Ragers break down the doors and pulls into the hall. Get all the collectibles in the room. Yeah, I want to look at these first. See if I recognize some of these cards. 40 cards are stacked in a precise arrangement to form a spire. Pull away even a single card and will collapse in a room in a heap. Perhaps this is how causality works. We have thousands of choices, but there's only one outcome. I need to believe that happenstance are etched in inevitability. One day you'll find the answer beyond your guaranteed destiny. A crown. You recall the record in the space station about the curio unbearable weight can instantly make someone feel fluent in a language. After careful scrutiny, you conclude this crown before you is none other than the wondrous unbearable weight. Valuable learning opportunities cannot be squandered. Learn the language the strange voice is speaking in. There's no need to be so cautious. Language barriers are a thing of the past ever since the Intelligentsia Guild recorded Elias Salus's synesthesia beacon technology. Use it when you have the chance. Learn what it's speaking in. A completely new language floods your synapses. You feel dizzy, and a huge boulder seems to be weighing down on your head. Congratulations, you've learned a whole new language. No king rules forever. Now you finally understand the reason behind this curio's name. Whoever named it must also experience the same crushing weight upon their head. It kind of reminds me of the crown that is being worn by the Ice Archon in Genshin. I'm wondering if there's maybe a relation. The crown of Tottenid royal family used to pass on knowledge. You try on the crown and you feel as though your head has grown several times bigger. The crown is far too heavy. Looks like knowledge is pretty dense. I'd have to take a look at what she's wearing. You can see like a silhouette of her, but you can't really see her. Joy filtration set. The portable device inside the cube can be used to identify and collect joyous emotions. Every living being should own a complete joy filtration set. One can never have too much joy. Energy black hole. It can absorb energy, but not food. There's a suspiciously oily sheen over the metal casing. It seems like the part about food on the curio introduction was added recently. Somebody smeared it with food. What's this? Some sort of spear. The Astro Rod is a prototype. I repeat, a prototype. Astro Rods have become so common after being mass-produced. Oh, so that's her way of saying it's not uncommon. Here we go. Recognize this. A pair of black feathered wings hovers in the air about the height of a grown human, maintaining the appearance of flight. You imagine the figure of an adventurer flapping those wings and rising with the wind. You feel the wind. A warm and welcoming wind blows into your face, plays with the ends of your hair and fills your body. The wind sends you to fly beyond mountain ranges and vast oceans. Behind you, windmills turn and pastoral hymns chime. Before you, shooting stars stream down and snow glitters. You open your eyes and wake from your imagination. The black feathered wings still fly, as if recounting a story, as if singing a whole world. Hi, Genshin. And also this. A few crimson fragments float in the air. Drawn by an invisible force, they trace the shape of a broken blade. The rusted surface looks like a barren field scorched by flames as it narrates its past. A gust of heat suddenly arrives through the air. It touches your cheeks and pauses next to your ear. Yeah, it's this one. This one's from Genshin. This one's from Honkai Impact 3rd, though it's a major spoiler, so I won't recount the details of this blade, but if you see Honkai fans sobbing in a corner over it, just know that we need our space. Thank you. We'll get to that when we get to that. If I already played Honkai on my channel, I would tell you, but I haven't, so I'll save it for later, and you can just be left questioning. A shattered curio with particles floating around the crack, refracting unstable light. It reminds you of some kind of ancient cathode ray tube device. It is a mysterious rule that everyone somehow knows. If it's not working, try hitting it. Yep, lots of cathode ray stuffs do need a good whack. You subconsciously reach out and tap the curio. Not knowing whether it's an illusion, you feel the light emitted by the strange object is more dazzling than before. You decide to tap it a few times. Nothing seems to happen. You seem to tap it again. Doesn't seem like anything is different. Still doesn't seem like anything's happening. You decide to tap it again. The previously dim curio suddenly shines brightly, and you throw your hands up to shield your eyes. Several seconds later, you open your eyes, but the cracks have disappeared. After checking that you're not hallucinating, you decide to tell Asta about this. Oh, I forget. I can just tell people. The backend detected a weird quantum fluctuation just now. You were right beside it at the time. What happened? I don't understand it myself. I just whacked the curio a few times and the crack on it disappeared. I can't believe it myself. Is that what they call a percussive maintenance? The backend data from the panopticon system doesn't show that it has been fixed. Is that too fast? The backend data from the panopticon system does show it has been fixed, and it is activated at the moment. It seems to be giving out a steady energy reading. It may be pure luck, but this is too much of a coincidence. Hey, could that be your hand was blessed by an Aeon? Alright, I'm kidding. No matter how, you're the one who did it. I'll send you the reward. Remember to check it out. Items obtained. Praised of high morals. What is this? It's a Libra scale with a thumbs up. As a Libra myself, I don't know how to feel about this. In the grand universe, moral standards are materialized into physical form. Thumbs up approval aren't a rare sight to behold. What matters is that you're recognized. What does it do? What is that? Hello? Alright, so. I've checked here, I've checked there, been there, been there, been there, been there. Trying to see if there's any place that I haven't, like, ventured yet. I hear bloop bloops. I hear bubbles. Where is it? There it is. The 9th cup. Come on, Emily. This is nothing. Just pinch your nose and drink it. Your nose and drink it. Yes, pinch your nose. It's just brown liquid. I can't take it anymore. It's disgusting. You don't seem to enjoy drinking coffee. It's none of your business. Who says I drink coffee if I don't like it? Is it against the law? At the end of the day, coffee is just a functional beverage. People eat when they're hungry, and people drink coffee when they're tired. I have a few questions for you. Are you drinking trying to break the record for coffee drinking? How did you know that? Have you heard about the story of that woman? Why am I surprised? People on Seed's Isle never shut up. They keep bragging about the legend of Leslie's 11 cups of coffee. Whatever Leslie can do, I can do it too. And I will do it even better. You know, you can actually cause your heart to have arrhythmias if you keep doing that. Understand this. I am Emily. Even though I technically am her sister, I hope that you can get to know me as an independent individual instead of associating me with that woman, like everybody else. I was only born a bit later than her. I'm better than her, no matter in talent or practice. As long as I'm given the same opportunity, I'm sure I'll be able to create my own legend in the space station. About the rumors on Leslie. Coffee consumption? Research genius? Those rumors are everywhere on the space station. Why do you have to come and ask me? Are you trying to rile me up? If you're here to verify the validity of the rumors, I can tell you with 100% certainty that yes, Leslie's just a genius like that. But if you're thinking of getting any insider information or playing some weird games through me, I'm warning you, it's best you drop the thoughts right now. Oops. Dang it. Don't have any further questions. That's a wise thing to do. Leave me alone. Stop prying on Leslie. Okay? There we go. The road home. The way back home. Touch memory bubble. Today should have been your lucky day. Your department head, whose face is always along for the fiddle, just raised your IPC rating to P30. You share the news with your mother, living in a faraway hometown, and her voice sounds excited on the other end of the communication device. You seem to hear her slim body making a bubbling sound, a special physiological reaction to your body race in moments of happiness. You end the call and get on your brand new floating motorcycle. This baby cost 18 months of your salary. Although it is pricey, you can soothe the trauma you've suffered at your workplace. You think it's worth the price tag, but it doesn't do much for your pain today. Should you tell your mother the truth? The traditional project department is, in fact, a place for people to retire and has no future. With a whimper, you twist in the throttle to maximum and dash out the aerial interchange lane to New Lodinium. You like joyriding along the interchange lane. From here, the city looks like a tiny flickering candlelight on a minerally birthday cake, and easily blown out. It troubles you to face at work all... The troubles you face at work all fade away in that moment. The streets are deserted. You look up briefly at the news projected into the sky to find out the latest happenings in the bustling city. They project the news into the sky? So you can never escape the news? The face as the co-prime minister appears on the screen. Fine, you grumble. You decide to focus on yourself on the road ahead. It's like people who plan to put, like, satellite advertisements in the sky and to black out the stars, and it's like, no, can you not? Yet it is too late. The instant you return your attention from the clouds to the road, the engine of the floating motorcycle suddenly misfires and plummets to the ground out of your control. You just hope you won't land on Buckingham Avenue, or you will be fined an enormous amount. To relief, there's only an odd-shaped street with a few pedestrians nearby, and your landing has hurt no one. Elderly couples who are happily chatting about suffer a fright, but as soon as they realize you are nothing but a puddle of slime, they immediately clink their glasses in happiness again. I can't believe this, you bubble as you stare at the motorcycle reduced to a pile of burning wreckage, not knowing what to do. You have no idea how far you are from your condo. You can only look up at the sky and ask advice from the stars. But you hear the star in the sky saying, even the poorest worker in the East Londinium can't help but feel proud of the wealth we jointly own with the IPC. So is the bubble okay? Entire screen is filled with surveillance screen, none showing anything unusual. Something is flashing at the bottom corner and the strange item in the taskbar. Whatever. We've left the safe zone. Is there anything... I feel like I've been in here before, but I'll just take a very, very quick look. Why is it showing like an enemy? Is it like way down there or something? Oh yeah, maybe there's a floor below me, but I can't get to that space yet. I know I spent a long time just exploring this ship, but... Thank you. You'll let me move for a second there.
Turn it up. My turn. Here.
Let's make it quick. Yeah.
I've no interest in
Keep up. Told you I could fight. Phew.
Let's go.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Fighting is meaningless.
I don't know if enemies respawn or not.
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up. Teflock running into me. Here.
Let's make it quick. Yeah.
But I'm getting stuff for it, so... And I'm at the beginning of the game where I literally have no supplies, so... We take what we can get. Also, here's a bubble. Flapping wings. To your surprise, you're stuck in a dark and cramped room. The air is thick and dank, mixed with a putrid scene, unique to moldy, rotten wood. You want to turn around and exercise your tight joints, but you find yourself unable to move. Not only is there no space for you, but your muscles and tendons are all stiff and trembling out of abject fear. It's because you can clearly hear them, those multitudes of cursed creatures sniffing around the outside of locked wooden boxes. Their serrated feelers are impotently thrashing around, lashing out at everything outside of your narrow confines. You can hear them dashing madly around in the room. You can hear the constant movements of their iron-hooked limbs and armor-like carapace, producing a piercing noise that drives them into insanity. Of course, you know these despicable anthropods have no intelligent way of communicating with you. Their disgusting mouthpieces, drippy with sticking saliva, should only be used for chewing and eating, but you're sure you heard something. They're definitely whispering something, but their mouthpieces, no, those darn mouthpieces, should not be able to make that kind of sound. Could the sound come from filthy wings covered from oily film? You listen carefully. Yes, the disgusting wings are flapping in the air as they repeatedly utter the cursed name in a shrill and coarse hiss. Tazeroth. Tazironath. Tazironath. I can go to different spots on this? This just takes me here. Whoops, sorry. RS, switches it. Master control zone. Okay. So the elevator does take me places.
Wanna go take some pictures?
Actually, I wonder if I look at achievements, will it tell me what some of these are? Use 4 ultimates in a row. Deal 1,000 damage in a single attack. Inflict burn and freeze. If a character whose energy is 100% at the beginning of a turn, 4 turns in a row. I'll just get these naturally by playing the game, so I'm not going to worry about these. Allies have 10 turns of action and broken by enemies. A cup of coffee thrice a day keeps the foggy head at bay. Use Himeko's ultimate 3 times. Obtain 10 characters. Well, I have 6. Obtain 20 characters. Good night, my friend. Defeat 15 enemies in simulated universe. Universe on a nutshell. So these are all simulated universe ones. Defeat a stagnant shadow. Moment of joy. Log in 7 days in a row. Earth month. Log in a total of 30 days. See what Bella Bog is famous for. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Turn off the... There we go. The memories we share. Turn off little robots in the station 6 times. Use a curio door to a new world. Use the curio raiding pistol. Use the curio unbearable weight and decipher the contents of the mysterious sound. Okay, what else is in here? Complete the companion mission. You already know me. I don't even know how to get it. Complete companion mission. An unexpected turn of events. Complete companion mission. Hook's gift. Blizzard immunity. I think these are going to be somewhere else, though. Only child. Activate 5 spankers in the Herta Space Station. Open treasure 30 times. Capture a warp trotter. Activate 14 space anchors on Shanzo Lufu. Okay, these are going to be in other places. Destroy 100 objects. Working on it. 1,000. Combat, use techniques. Collect 30 readable items. Collect 50 readable items on the Herta Space Station? There's 50? I have 29. Complete Warring Expedition. Complete Formidable Foe Challenge. I did a couple of those. Capture a warp trotter. Find all of the unearthly marble treasures. 4 out of 7. Find all repulsion bridge treasures. Find all the fool's box treasures. Complete minecarts. Magic flow links. This is character stuff. No. It's gonna be story, I think. It's battle. I'm trying to see if one of these has like the bubbles. This is all simulated universe. With 3 characters the same path. Eventually this is gonna have like PlayStation achievements and I'll just connect my accounts, but I thought that would give me some insight as to bubbles that are left, but I guess not. Annual Creator Completion Multiverse Vistas is now on. The competition features 4 categories. A panel of renowned content creators from across the globe as judges and an incredible imagination of creativity of the Trailblazers. This competition offers rich rewards for winners and miss your chance to enter. So that's like, if you create stuff somehow, feel free to submit it and get promoted. Except I'm not creative, so... But, no, this previous mail... there used to be one in here. A couple in here that were like the free characters. So, I want to talk to you, actually. Do you have... What else do you have in here? I kind of want to save for whatever this is. Because the rest seemed like just Ascension materials. Maybe I'll be able to come back. I am unsure. Hey! Free time. You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation that gently pierces through your skin, flesh, blah blah blah. I don't have to read that, dum-dum. Your eyes are blurry from sleep. The composite material of the bedroom curtains effectively blocks out 99% of light. Were it not for your psychic tentacles, you would be hard-pressed to discern the structure of the space surrounding you with your eyes alone, even if you'd been living here since 50 years ago. It seems like the weather outside is quite gloomy. Thick, dark clouds hang low in the sky, and they gather and roll. The temperature is low, and you realize it is already autumn. The kind of weather is perfect for sleeping. No wonder you slept so well. You leave your warm blankets and pull open the curtains, greeted by a landscape that matches what you've sensed. Looks like you're not old yet. You turn towards the aged TV and direct a psychic energy beam towards it. The TV lights up in response. A midday weather forecast is on. Starting at noon, the Devorian female on the TV has a sweet voice. Forecasts show that heavy metal snowfall will continue throughout most of the Compton metropolitan area. Residents are advised to avoid outdoor activities as much as possible. What is this, like the threads from Anne McCaffrey books? Just yesterday, you heard at school that the surface temperature of the planet Compta is extremely high. Heavy metal components undergo evaporation due to the high temperatures, which causes them to rise to the troposphere. They even condensate, combine with the inorganic acids in the atmosphere, after which they return to the surface in the form of precipitation. But what kind of metal is it? Because different metals have different melting points. If it's mercury, it's quite low, but... After quietly reviewing this bit of newfound knowledge in your mind, you swell with satisfaction. Intelligent lifeforms always enjoy taking pride in knowing obscure trivia that others don't. The corners of your mouth rise up as you turn to go to the kitchen. You make yourself a cup of hot cocoa, the drink of choice in this kind of weather. What could possibly be better than enjoying hot cocoa while snuggled in a nice thick blanket and streaming a drama you enjoy as heavy metal snows down? This is exactly what you do, you say to yourself. The brown liquid in your mug is piping hot. Your psychic tentacles lazily flop down on your head. A sweet flavor of comfy warmth floods your body as the cocoa enters your stomach. You feel relaxed and direct a psychic energy beam towards your desktop computer. All these show pretty good. LeBlanc, the Meteor Thief, Breaking Good, Dr. Flat. Okay, I recognize Breaking Bad, but I don't know the other one. Is there like a Dr. Round? Thank the stars for Interastral Peace Media. You curl up on an adaptive chair and cover yourself with a fleecy blanket. There's a nice warm cup of hot cocoa in your hands. Your free time has truly begun. Outside the window, snowflakes gently fall from the sky. They give off a fluorescent glow and they drift whenever the wind takes them, but that no longer has anything to do with you. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Breaking Bad. I finished one season and I hated it, so never continued. Alright. So there's probably more bubbles, but I don't know if they're tied to any achievements or not. They may be a secret achievement. But I feel like I've explored most of this space. So let's see. None for here. 8 out of 8. And I can't get in here. Or can I? I'll take one last check in here. How am I still missing so many readables? That bugs me. Guess I still can't get in here. It probably is giving me hints. Maybe I can't do it till later. Who knows? Alright, so... Can't get in there. 8 out of 8, 10 out of 10. Supply zone. I don't know. I might actually take a quick break here. I'll end up splitting the stream into 2 parts too. But I'm gonna maybe get a bite to eat. And then we will travel down to where we actually need to go. So, BRB.